She was filing for freedom, but just 3 days later, she was gone. Dead, found face down in her backyard. And here's the part no one can explain. The person convicted? He wasn't even home when she died. Jessica Morales filed for divorce on a Monday. It wasn't messy. No screaming matches, no police reports. She told her best friend, "I just don't feel safe anymore." By Wednesday night, she stopped answering calls. By Thursday morning, her neighbor saw something terrifying through the fence. A body. Jessica, lying in the grass, motionless, face bruised, neck broken. Her husband, David, was arrested that same day. The prosecution said it was open and shut. Motive: the divorce. Evidence: none. Timeline: doesn't match. Why? Because David was on a business trip 2 states away. Airline receipts, hotel logs, even surveillance showed him checking in. So why was he still found guilty? The jury heard something that changed everything. An eerie voicemail Jessica left her friend just before she died. "If anything happens to me, don't trust him. And don't trust the camera." Wait. The camera? Detectives went back to her home footage. Something felt off. Time gaps, missing hours, motion triggers without motion. And then one chilling frame. Someone else was there. Not David, not Jessica, someone wearing her clothes. But the face? It wasn't hers. So, if David didn't do it, who did? And why did the jury convict him anyway? They thought they buried the truth, but beneath the roses. Police found the secret Jessica was too afraid to say out loud. And it wasn't just bones they uncovered, it was proof. Proof that someone was watching her. It started when Jessica's sister noticed something strange. The flowerbed Jessica hated, freshly planted. And when officers dug below it, they didn't just find soil, they found wires, camera wires, hidden, pointed directly at Jessica's bedroom window. The cables led to a weatherproof box. Inside, a DVR, completely full. But most of the footage was corrupted, except one file, one video, time-stamped, 9:13 p.m. The night she died. You can't see the face, but you can see the way they move. Deliberate, confident, like they knew there were no alarms, no dogs, no lights. They weren't breaking in, they were returning. Here's the part that stunned detectives: the gait, the body type, the hoodie. Everything about the person in the video looked exactly like David, but it wasn't him. He was confirmed to be hundreds of miles away, unless Daniel Morales, estranged, off the radar for years. Last known job? A home security installer. Fired for spying on clients. And guess where he lived? Just 14 minutes from Jessica's house. He knew the house, knew the system, could have cloned the cameras, spoofed the motion sensors, even used Jessica's own tech to stalk her. And it gets darker, because Daniel once told a coworker, "If my brother doesn't want her, maybe I will. If anything happens to me, don't trust him, and don't trust the camera." She didn't mean David, she meant Daniel. But by the time the video was discovered, Daniel Morales was gone. Vanished. No phone, no address, just gone. So now the question is, was the wrong brother convicted? And if Daniel's still out there, who's he watching now? This wasn't supposed to happen. Anonymous emailed 2 brothers. One woman, one is dead, one is missing. And the evidence? Twisted beyond belief. David Morales is behind bars, convicted, serving life. But now investigators think they got the wrong man. Daniel Morales, David's identical twin. Same face, same build. But with one major difference: Daniel disappeared the week of Jessica's murder. Left no trace, no credit cards, no phone pings. It's like he planned to vanish. But then, 6 months after the trial, something strange happened. You put the wrong man in a cage, and you know it. No name, no return address. But the message was sent from a public library, minutes from Daniel's last known job. Attached, a single image. It wasn't just any daycare. It was the one Jessica used to work at. The timestamp? 3 days after the trial ended, after David was sentenced. So, if David's in prison, who is this? Jessica's family begged for a retrial. They believe Daniel set David up, used their identical DNA, cloned his movements, and exploited one thing most people forget. Identical twins can have identical fingerprints under specific conditions. The only print found on Jessica's broken door, David's. But what if it wasn't? What if it was Daniel's planted on purpose? David has never confessed, never broken down. And when asked if he thinks his brother did it, he says one thing: "You're asking the wrong questions." 1 month ago, security caught someone visiting Jessica's grave, alone, face hidden, same hoodie from the DVR tape, same walk. But when officers got there, the grave was empty. Jessica's body was buried. There was a funeral, a casket, tears, closure, until it was all ripped away, because last month police opened her grave and found it empty. No signs of tampering, no broken casket, just gone, vanished. The woman everyone thought was buried there wasn't, and that's when everything changed. Turns out, Jessica's body was never officially identified by dental records. Why? Because her face was too bruised. The ID was based on clothing, tattoo placement, and a wedding ring, all things that could have been planted. So who did they actually bury? Then came this. A gas station clerk in Arizona reported something chilling. A woman came in looking scared, bruised, paid in cash, said just 4 words before rushing out: "Don't let him find me." Guess what she was wearing? Jessica's exact outfit from the night she died. Turns out Jessica had a plan. She told her coworker weeks before her death, "If I ever vanish, it means I got out." Got out of what? That's the part no one's sure about. Because Jessica had secrets. One of them, a hidden bank account, opened under a fake name. The name, J.D. Morales. G.D. Jessica Daniel? She wasn't just scared of David. She was scared of both brothers. And here's the jaw-dropper. Police found a deleted message in her phone to her attorney. It read, "They're playing a game I can't win. One's obsessed. One's pretending not to be." Remember the hidden DVR? Text restored more footage. And in one frame, Jessica is seen handing something to a man in a hoodie. Pause, enhance. Not David, not Daniel, but someone else. Someone no one can identify yet. So, what if Jessica faked her death? What if someone helped her escape? And what if the woman buried wasn't Jessica at all? And now, that unknown man, he's back. Seen just days ago watching Jessica's sister from a parked car. What's he looking for? And what happens if Jessica is still alive? But someone else is coming to finish what they started. A hidden attic, a sealed metal box, and inside, a letter that changes everything. Because this wasn't just a murder, it was a deal between brothers. A pact, bound by obsession, and sealed in silence. Jessica's sister was clearing out the old house, looking for peace. Instead, she found chaos. In the attic was a box marked for DM only. David Morales, Daniel Morales, or both. Inside, old photographs, a burner phone, and a handwritten letter, signed, "Jane, I know one of you is going to snap. I tried to love you both in different ways. This isn't about marriage. This is about control." And then the kicker: if you're reading this, I'm probably already gone. Gone where? Dead? Or in hiding? Turns out, the 3 of them had a twisted past. In college, they were inseparable. Jessica dated Daniel first, then broke up with him. 6 months later, she married David. Daniel disappeared shortly after. No goodbye, no closure. But in his emails years later, he wrote, "She was always meant to be mine. He stole her." The FBI now believes this wasn't a random act. This was a planned breakdown. 2 brothers, 1 woman, and a calculated strategy to either control her or destroy her. But here's the part no one expected. That burner phone in the attic, it still had power. The message was simple. Just 1 line. "Tell David I kept my promise." And it was sent from Mexico. So, is Daniel alive? Did he help Jessica disappear? Or was the letter from Jessica a trap? David was shown the letter. He didn't flinch. He read it, then whispered, "She always liked games." When asked if Daniel could still be alive, he only said, "He never really died, did he?" And here's the latest bombshell. A motel clerk in Durango, Mexico reported seeing a man matching Daniel's description traveling with a woman with dark glasses, a limp, and a tattoo on her shoulder. Jessica's tattoo. So now we ask, if Jessica's still alive, why did she let David take the fall? Why did Daniel disappear? And what were they all really running from? This is the video no one was meant to see. Not the police, not the family, not even you. A confession, recorded 2 days before Jessica died. And it starts with 7 words. If you're watching this, it's over. It's Daniel alive. Calm. Precise. And what he says next changes everything. We made a deal, trade, a reset. One would disappear, the other would rot. Wait, what? The entire murder wasn't a murder at all. It was a performance, staged, directed, produced by Daniel. Jessica didn't die, she escaped. But why fake her death? Because of something she knew, something she uncovered about the Morales family. Jessica had access to David's files, business contracts, security clients, and one file stuck out, Project Watchlight, a list of private surveillance installs, unauthorized, illegal, with hundreds of names. Some of them judges, attorneys, even politicians. And guess who was behind it? Daniel? He was blackmailing clients using hidden footage. Jessica found out, told David. And David had told her to burn it. She didn't. That's when the plan was born. Fake the death. Frame the one with the alibi. Hide in plain sight. Daniel disappears. I'm free. But someone didn't stick to the script. Because in the final seconds of the confession video, Daniel turns to the camera. Anzies, change the plan. I'm not in control anymore. Jessica has been missing for 2 weeks. Again. No messages ... and no signs. Nothing. And David has been moved to federal custody. Why? Because he confessed to helping stage the death, to knowing she was alive, to being part of the pact. The new charge? Conspiracy, obstruction, fraud. Not murder, but Daniel's still missing. Until this. That tattoo matches Daniel's. Veteran transaction? A wire transfer to a woman's account. Under the name, G.D. Morales. Jessica Danielle Morales. So now, we're left with 3 chilling questions. Who really orchestrated the escape? What was Jessica running from or to? And if Daniel isn't in control anymore, then Hoyes, one will disappear, one will rot, the other will watch. This case isn't over. It's only just beginning. Subscribe for more real-life crime stories that read like fiction, but aren't. Because sometimes, the scariest part of the story is knowing it's true.